Hey everybody, it's the Jekyll, and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is episode 33, and as you can see, we are out in orbit, and that is because we are in a creative game. And on this game, I decided this is going to be the day of the week, at least this week. I can't seem to follow a pattern. But anyways, the day of the week that I'm going to start working on building my capital vessel in space, and I'm going to continue a blueprint that I'd started. I think it was in the last alpha. I know I'd kind of said that I didn't play the last alpha, but I didn't play the campaign part, the survival. I just worked on creative, so this isn't that old, so it spawns in pretty easily. So before I do that, I'm going to get a small vessel. And this small vessel follows the theme of the capital vessel that I'm working on. So let's drop that in and I'll show that to you. And the theme is StarCraft. And so in the last season I had played with making some StarCraft ships. So as you can see, this is the Terran Wraith from StarCraft. It's a pretty nice design. Let's see. Get down in it here. There's a door, and then you can see the cockpit, and there's the core. And then, of course, I always play like this. And this thing flies pretty good. It's got a pretty good assortment of guns. I don't think I put any in my inventory of the weapons, but it's got, let's see, let's take a look at the control panel here, and let's auto group this. And we have weapons. I think I put railguns on it. And plasma cannons. Yeah, okay, so I've got plasma cannons and I've got 3 railguns. And so it does pretty good damage. The only issue I have with this ship is landing it is precarious. Because when you put down in a gravity area, as you can see, the bottom part is not super balanced. So I built special landing sections, which you'll see in the capital vessel. So let's go ahead and we'll get the capital vessel going, and I'll show you like how you land this thing. All right, get back into first-person view, and then we're going to bring out the capital vessel that I was working on. And I'm in the Asun orbit here, and the reason I did that is because I don't like the Omicron orbit for building. There's too many asteroids; it blocks the light from the sun. So I used a admin command to teleport over here to this orbit real quick. And so the science vessel is what I am working on for this. So let's drop him into space. Boom. And you can see this is what I've got so far. Pretty much the shape of it. What I have left to work on is a lot of the interior. We need to decorate the rooms. I need to texture and paint this guy. And I want to do a little bit of work on the outside as well. So he's looking pretty cool, I think. Kind of has the whole science vessel. Spawn him in. I just want to go explorer reporting. For those of you that know anything about StarCraft. Alright, so let's get in the SV and we'll go land it in the hangar bay. And I'll show you what I meant by like specialized landing for these. Alright. Oof, wow, yeah, he flies. Alright. There we go. There's the hangar entrance. I have to take this slow. Open says me. There's the hangar bay. And then these are the landing spots here. So straighten it up. Oh, do not like. Yeah, see? So I've got these little platforms where the wings go down on. And then the bottom of the wings there, they have, turn that off. And he is showing docked new. So maybe this blueprint was before I put those on there. But what I had done was put landing gear, the flat pads on the bottom of the Wraith, and that way it could land and sit on that. And then we're going to do this. Come over here. Turn off our jump jets. Boom. And so yeah, he sits like that on the landing pads, and then this gives you a way to get up into it. So anyways, I envisioned 4 wraiths would be docked in a science vessel. And then this is the hangar. This is what we have to start with here. Obviously we have fuel. We've got power conduits coming out. Turn on my light. Hop down here. Power conduits come this way. I kind of did like a little fuel thing here for underneath each landing bay. And then this would be our warp drive. That's warp power going up, so I'll show you that in a few minutes. And it's the same on this side. These are the round shape on the outside is kind of weird, so you kind of get some areas here, unless you like just totally cut off all of this and leave this as empty space, where you had this. So I just kind of left it and kind of shaped it a little more to make it look kind of neat. Alright, and we come over here. And then we have our RCS units. I got one on each side, here and there. And I'll go back down. And then you've got that way up and this way up. And then this is just another elevator up top here. Which I think I need to redo and do some doors or something there. Like I said, I was just kind of working on this in that last alpha, off and on. I would like to finish it. I'd like to get it textured and painted and have all the rooms done and everything. So I might do that here. I am going to do that. That's why we're in this episode. This is a creative building episode. But anyways, we'll come up in here, and you come out. And what we got is, I'm working on this right now. This is a room to match on the other side. I'll go to the other side to show you. We have 4 greenhouse areas that kind of are like a T from the center. They come out, and then underneath each one, you've got stairways down, and that way you can get underneath. Here's where the power comes up, runs towards the warp core in the center there. These would be envisioned as like water pipes to fuel or to feed the plants. Let's go back up. I can change some of this out now that we have different shapes too for the truss. So that goes in there. Alright, and let's go down here. If I was to come up on this side, you'd see a completed wing. So this is a living area. And if we come up here, there we got bunks. Everyone's got some closet space here. Looks like this. Be for all of the crew. Come down this way. Got restrooms with water systems running through the ceiling here. Showers, sinks, bathroom, toilet. What you would expect. And then this is just another living area here. And I had actually already started working on replacing that floor. I didn't like the way the floor looked. But with that floor here, you couldn't get up. So I had to leave one walkway. And I started looking at like, yeah, let's add some more life in here. So we put in some couches. And probably going to figure out some more plants in here and redid the floor up top so it looked like carpet. Because even though it is, it's a spaceship, I think the science vessel would be a little more comfortable than, like, say, a battle cruiser. Alright, we got another one of these for growing food. I've got these on either side, and I'm thinking, like, they would be doing different, like, experiments and things on plants in space as well, so we could have, like, different plants on each one of these greenhouses. We'll come over here. We have our gravity generators. They are on either side, opposite each other. And then around this way, this is all unfinished. It's got to be worked on. I've just got big empty rooms in here. Same here. So that's what we're gonna kind of figure something out. All right. And then we have these, which go up into the rest of the ship. Starts here with the warp area. This is the warp core area, and those are where the power conduits came in. We've got little control panels here, warp cores down in there, and we have our generators on either side of it. continue up. And then this is the bridge. Still needs a lot of work. As you can see, it's very plain, sparse. I've got armored windows here for looking out. Let's go up. Here's the control panel, or the cockpit. And we'll come back to that in a minute. I'll show you how it flies. Go up again. So this is another big empty room here that we got to figure out what to do with. And there's a lot of space. This is the tower that goes all the way up. So we can do several rooms in here. Obviously, being a science vessel, I'm thinking we've got crew quarters down there. We need to either do some more crew quarters or something, but we definitely need labs. So I've got to build some labs. I know I want to put in a medical bay. So this is a little weird looking right here. This is out onto the top part here, which I think I would like to put some railing around here, maybe. Got cannons. And this just goes all the way around. I know there's more radar deco that I want to use. And then these are the towers that go around the science vessel. They're solid for the most part. Wouldn't mind doing something with that. Oh yeah, I guess I had started playing with this since... Yeah, I did actually, because these are the round ones. I just started playing with this a couple weeks ago when they added these in. I wanted to see how it looked, so we're going to be doing some of that too. So yeah, this is the capital vessel that I'm going to make. I think this goes up more and just ends here, so I'll have to figure out what to do with that. It needs work. It's definitely not complete. So let's do that. First thing we need to do is we need to go back down and we need to make sure that the small vessel can dock. Because if I start to move this without it docking, it's going to be disastrous. So, let's go down. Here. Come over here. What I need to do is I need to lift it. And I need to make sure it's got landing pads on the bottom. And power it up. Back it out a little bit. Alright, you sit there. Put on the jump jets. And let's see. Yeah, this was before I reverse engineered it a little bit to be a little better. So we need, not that, we need, what's it, H? Yeah, okay. We need landing gear. And it needs to be for the small vessel. Let's take some of these and some of these. I'm not sure which one it is. And then all we have to do is come here like this. And that's all we need is the docking pad. Like that, basically. And we just put that on the bottom there. Centered, it looks centered. Boom. We do the same thing on this side. Alright. Now, when we get in it, and bring it down. Actually, got to bring it forward a little bit. Make sure that we are clear. Now we're docked. There we go. That's it. Alright, so probably want to do something. Actually, this is the other thing. This area here, underneath, is going to be storage for like hover vessels and whatnot. So I want to build this up just a little bit, but we don't have a lot of clearance here, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Alright, so let's head back up to the cockpit. Wow, turn off those jump jets and make it harder than 0G. Alright, head slide back up real quick. Where's the elevator? It's around the center pillar. Do I have my light on? I do not. Or I had it on. I don't know what happened. Missed the door. Where's the door? There we go. Alright, now let's see how it flies, shall we? Alright. So, coming up to speed, it's got, you'll notice, we do this here. You'll see these, that's weird sound, these flight guys here. They have got thrusters in all directions, and what I've opted to do is I crunched the numbers on them, and I found that power usage and output, it actually made sense just to use thrusters, like directional thrusters. So I've got 9 directional thrusters pointing in all directions on each one of these. So what, 9 times 4 is 36 directional thrusters shoots me one way, 36 the other way, so on and so forth. The only thing I've done is I've added some liftoff thrusters here to the bottom because it helps get this off the ground when we're on a planet. So let me turn that off and let's go land on Asun. You know what I need to do first is I need to actually need to put some power in this because we just did the blueprint on this guy. So let's go here. And we want, what are these? Where are they? Is it here? No. Here. There's the fuel packs. I'm blind. Somebody help me. There's large fuel packs. All right, let's go fusion cell. That's what I wanted. All right, and if we go to the fuel tanks here, we can load it up. Back, double click, nice. I believe the wolf gave me that tip. Thank you for that, buddy. So much quicker. Alright, so now that we have that, let's get back in this, and let's see, we have not, wow, look at all that. 5,821 minutes worth of fuel left. I think that'll do good. Drops down to 793 when we're actually moving. So let's go put this down on the planet, and then we'll take off again just to show how it works, how it moves. Let me zoom out. I like being right up on it. I like to see it. There we go. And off we go towards Asun. So yeah, always a big fan of StarCraft. It's never great at the multiplayer part of it, but I love the campaign. I love the story. I love the game in general. I did enjoy playing multiplayer, but was never that great at it. So I figured I'd do a tribute here. And I think I've seen the Battlecruiser done a bunch. I was really interested in trying to do the science vessel because I like the weird shapes, trying to eke out a round shape or whatever. I think it came out pretty good. Alright, let's find us a good landing spot. In orbit, down to 95 minutes. How sad is that? Ooh, we're dark. That's freaky looking, isn't it? Alright, so let's put down right here. Right here it is. Oh, I see. We hit the green border. That's why. Let's get away from the green border, shall we? So I've got landing gear on the bottoms of the towers. He does not do a lot of speed in orbit, does he? Maybe that is one of the drawbacks of just directional thrusters. Might have to think about adding like orbit thrusters specifically. We because he's not very fast. Look at that. Alright. I don't think I'm very close. No, I'm not super close to the ground. It's hard to tell at this size. Alright. Let's see. Can we put down here? Are we directly over that? We'll go right here. In general, because of the power usage difference, I wouldn't want to like really bring a capital vessel in on the ground unless I was bringing it in and turning it off completely. Alright, so we're going to take it down. This looks like a good spot. Baby it down. There we go. Come on. Landing gear. Crush all the trees. And we're down. There you go. Ha! Check that out. That's very cool. I had added those, wow, it's different here in orbit. I'd added the, I need to replace that hole. I didn't know that was there. What are they called? These things that extend down over here. Over here. I didn't know they automatically came down though. That actually works out perfectly. That way I could drive hover vessels up onto the ship. Look at that. That's perfect. So good. So good. So yeah. There we go. Down on planet. So I'll give you a better look at these. As you can see, there's 9 down. I can put covers on that one. 9 that way. Nine that way, plus on the corners there are the larger ones. Let's see if you can see. Put it on, make it easier. There you go. See it right there? Those are takeoff. Kind of pictured turning them on and off to save fuel. So one thing about the big vehicles like this is they suck fuel like crazy. Alright, so let's get back into space, and then we'll figure out what we're going to work on it. There we go. And we're up. Head to orbit. Go, go, go. Not very fast. But we're going. I'm sure as everyone that's played this game has experienced, cool looking giant and good in PvP are not really, they don't play together well. Some of the most effective PvP ships I've seen have been just boxes with guns all over them. But, you know, I don't do a lot of PvP. And honestly, I prefer the building aspect to anything. So I like design. So yeah, this is the science vessel. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you have any ideas for how to fill out that empty space inside, throw them down there as well. I'm open to suggestions. I like doing the ship itself, but sometimes some of the detail inside I get a little bored with because I run out of ideas of what to do. Like, I don't want to do just all crew quarters and all 4 areas. Look at that, I've still got back written on the back of this. I had to do that early on. Alright, so there we go. I think we'll call this episode here, and we'll start working on it next week when we come back to this. So yeah, that's the science vessel. I appreciate everyone joining me. See you in the next video. Bye now.